Hello. It's Thursday night. How's it going? You can't even really see my haircut. I put my hairs in a ponytail. Here I am with my hairs cut a lot shorter. In case you forgot, my hairs was like here. Now my hairs is up to here. Hi. We're gonna stream some Ace Attorney. Hello. Let me say hello to everybody who is here. Christy, Tara, Riddy, Coco, Puffy, Paige. Hello. I like it. I think I'm getting a little bit used to it. It's a little I don't know. It's just so much length is gone that like I'm just like getting used to seeing myself with my hair not the length that it was, cuz it was my first haircut in like over a year, which is not healthy for my hair. But I was like, just cut all the damage off, and she was like, okay. And I was like, oh, okay. It feels really light. I hope you guys are doing well tonight. I'm excited, but I may definitely ask the chat for help at certain points, because I know that I'm going to forget everything that has happened, because it has been so long. It's really easy to picture me with this length. Well, that's good, I guess. So I may ask for help. I do remember we were at the circus. I do remember that. Okay. December 29th, 9:43 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. Hi, Summer. I was watching your cat bod and then I saw you went live. Well, hello from the past into the present. Thank you. I think it suits me too. I think it makes, I feel like it's a very age-appropriate cut without making me look old. But anyway. Yes, Christy can help me as well. Christy and Coco, you guys the real ones. Okay. Good morning, Max. I don't remember any of the voices I gave these people. Okay, I hope your library thing goes well. Or program thing, or whatever you said. Max? Milk? What? Kind of sounds like the haircut I got just before going to TwitchCon. They didn't do anything I asked for and cut it super short. No! Games are definitely on my list to play. Max is a country bumpkin. But only when he gets into that mode, right? V-Stream hype! Storm! Dude, I was just talking about you to Holland last night, because I was like, yeah, Storm's making a fan game, and I hope that he tells me when he's done with it, because I want to play it. So, how's that going? How you been, buddy? Okay, let's see. Okay. If I don't have a glass of milk before I go on stage, I just can't function, sweetie. Stage? Don't worry, there won't be a stage. All you have to do is sit down. He's super cool, but when stressed or worried, full bumpkin. Okay, that's what I thought. That's okay, Coco. I guess. Nick? Max is really nervous. That's understandable. Hey, my sweeties. What? My thing is like vibrating. Shoulder length and no layers, please, so I cut it chin length with layers. You don't think I should fly, do you? Huh? Ow, why does my hand hurt? You know you've got to make a good first impression. When I enter the room, maybe I should fly in and warm up the crowd a little. So shape it, Paul. OMG, I hope my mom is good, and it's coming real soon, like maybe this weekend? I'm on the final stretch, which is adding all the trainers, and I'm already at Mount Coronet / Spear Pillar, so I'm almost done. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. You need to tip me now. No. We can't be having you flying around the courtroom. It just wouldn't be right. Imagine if you hit someone. Don't worry, Max. Just do what Nick says and everything will be okay. Oh, sweetie. What is it this time, Max? Why don't you try flying into the courtroom? I can see it now. The dashing young lawyer flying fabulously in from above. You and Tara in the game already. Oh! I'm excited. I kind of want to stream it when it's done. Is that okay? And AR. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. One glimpse of that and everyone in the room will be on your side. Yay! Okay, cool. Max, really, no one needs to fly today. Nick, what's with that look in your eyes? Jeremy gave me the last haircut I got and it looked nothing like the pictures I showed him, but I really just wanted to fix the weirdness from my growing out undercut, so it was fine. Do I get killed off? I like the sound of that. Dashing young lawyer flying fabulously. Do I have a top tier Finian? One second. December 29th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Have you been? Still Mr. Busy Pants? Well, I'm not as busy because my hours have been cut at work this month. Which is not great, but I'm okay. Like, everything's fine. It's not like I did anything wrong or anything like that. It's just, it's been slow season and we haven't been making a ton of money comparatively the rest of the year. So, boss is trying to save money. I don't necessarily think this is the way he should have been doing that, but it's his business, not mine. So my hours have not been cut as significantly as some others on our team, which is unfortunate, but it has been cut a little bit. So yeah. That's Miss Busy Pants to you, but everything's fine. Everything's okay. Okay, she has a Jersey accent. Okay, taking this moment to okay. Is in-game me confused by the tapping of the move needle arm. Joyzy, okay. Preemptively cleared her schedule. So she's available to come meet her niece or nephew. Yeah, that's it. You wanna get on with it. Oh, sorry, I just realized that the defendant's name is Billy Bob Johns. So, well, isn't the defendant also known as Maximilian Galactica? Yes, Your Honor, he does often go by that name. Give him, whoa, nice! Thank you so much, Coley, for 23 months of subbing. I appreciate you so much. Almost 2 years! Oh my gosh! I'm so excited! 2 entire years! I hope you're doing well. You know, my grandchild is a huge fan of his. That sound made me jump. Me too, a little bit. 17 just coming in clutch, scaring us all. I'm also wearing my 17 sweatshirt that Summer got me for Christmas last year. It's pretty cool, right? I think everyone here wouldn't mind if we called the defendant Maximilian Galactica. It sounds more friendly. Sweaters! Yeah. I wonder if that's to our advantage. Miss Von Karma, your opening statement, if you please. I hope you didn't bother thinking you'd win this one, Mr. Phoenix Wright. That spirit channeling trial was a sham. I refuse to acknowledge its legitimacy. It did not count, do you hear me? She must still be upset about what happened last time. So I'm only on case 2, is that right? Because I'm the world's slowest player? Oh great, low battery. I don't even have other Joy-Cons in here. Let me go find some more Joy-Cons. Have some life in them. Summer actually got you 2 sweatshirts because the first one got lost. What are we having for dinner, Coley? This 3. Oh, this is case 3. What was the first case in this game? What did I forget? This game is also one of 2 main ones that has 4 cases, not 5, so you're almost there. Okay. The first one was with Beef Wellington. Have I completely forgotten? What is Beef Wellington? Oh, these are super dead too. My Joy-Cons are all dead. Cool. Awesome. So those won't even turn on. So I'm going to get those in here. And we're just going to keep going with these until they officially die. It was the one where Phoenix loses his memory. Okay, okay. The sassy hand, the banana glove. Okay, okay. I'm starting to remember. Okay. I sort of remember. Okay. Sorry, I'm so forgetful. Okay, she must still be upset about what happened last time. And let me know how audio is, by the way. You have no chance. 0. Zilch. Nada. I'm not losing this case. Of course, my phone's quiet all day until right now. Hi, Susan, by the way. Saw you pop in. Okay, cool. Why, you ask? Because it is not in the nature of a Von Karma to lose at anything. I guess being born with the name Von Karma is a free pass to be arrogant and annoying. Watch and learn, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'll show you the textbook procedure for proving how absolutely guilty you are. Me? Guilty? What are you talking about?
Every single book that gal's ever written. Thanks for the notification, Twitch.
SMH. 59 months. Literally almost 5 years. Holy cow. Thank you so much, HS. Appreciate you. It will be my ultimate revenge. But it's not like it'll bring her dad back. There. Opening statement complete. Now let's hurry and wrap up this waste of time. Very well. You may call your first witness, Miss Von Karma. Detective Dick Gumshoe, get up there now. Sorry to keep you from... Oh, I just skipped that by accident. Don't mention it. It's no trouble at all. Oh, what's his voice? He's Southern. I've been looking forward to this.
You could be a part-time model. You probably still have to keep your normal job. Part-time model. Spend a part of your time modeling.
Wonderful.
Beautiful.
Thank you. The song is beautiful. I would like to begin by shedding light on the events in question. At your sir. Why do I live in the South, and for some reason I forget how to do a Southern accent. What are Mitchigummies? Michigummies. What's that? Okay. How do you do a southern accent? At your service, sir. Got it. Alright, detective, you may proceed with your testimony. Oh, I see. The night of the crime, snow was falling until 9:40 p.m., making it extremely cold out. All of the circus performers were gathered in the big top to practice their routines. The practice session broke up around 10 p.m. The murder itself took place in the plaza in front of the lodging house at 10:15 p.m. The victim was found bent over a wooden box, dead as a doornail. The cause of death was blunt force trauma that snapped a vertebrae in his neck. Ow! Yeesh. I see. He was beaten to death. Here's the autopsy report for the victim. The court accepts this into evidence. Okay. A blunt object. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. I meant to press. Okay. Let me ask you about the snow. It was nearly a blizzard up until the time of the crime. Did it pile up? It wasn't such a big deal. Maybe about 1.5 inches was on the ground. The snow froze in place and stayed on the ground until the next day. The snow. Let me see. There's got to be more to this. Huh? What's the matter, Nick? I need to take a look at the court record. Mr. Gumshoe, what were the members of the circus doing on the night of the crime? Can I just look at something?
Hot dang, if that don't beat all. I've read every single book that gal's ever written.
Whoa! 64 months. Thank you so much for the sub, Terror. I appreciate you so much. So something about the snow is important. I'm not gonna remember. Nintendo 64 months! Okay. When you say all of the circus performers, who do you mean? Everyone but the dancers and staff were there. Regina the animal tamer, Mo the clown, Ben the ventriloquist, and of course the defendant Maximilian Galactica and his victim, the ringmaster. Oh, I almost forgot. Regent the tiger was there as well. Out of curiosity, what about the circus monkey? When I was investigating yesterday, he happened to snatch my wristwatch. Detective, you are welcome to file a police report after these proceedings. After the practice was over, where did everyone head off to? Regina was playing with Regent, while Mo went back to his room tired from work. Ben the ventriloquist went to the front gate, absorbed in his own world. The ringmaster and Max went off to the ringmaster's room to talk privately. Talk privately, huh? That's awfully suspicious. That is a creepy emote. You wouldn't happen to know what they were talking about, would you? It seems they were negotiating Max's salary. Actually, Max was asking for Regina's hand in marriage. I'd like you to be a bit more specific about the events at 10:15 p.m. Okay, not a problem, pal. We got a witness that told us how the whole thing went down. Ow! This is totally meaningless. Time to move on. Alright, we'll just have to revisit that testimony later. Detective Gumshoe, would you mind telling us how the victim met his end? A wooden box? That's right. The victim must have been carrying the wooden box when he was killed. Carrying the box home? It was a rather strange wooden box, Your Honor. What do you mean? Well, it was much heavier than it looked. Not to mention it was locked. Locked, you say? 20-pound box. That's a lot to carry on your own. This may be my only chance, so I might as well ask some questions. Oh, man. Wonder when Disney will show up and demand a pupper sighting. Yeah. This wooden box, you figure it weighs about 20 pounds, right? Sounds about right. The whole thing is lined with iron. Iron plating? Why do you think it's lined with iron? I figure they just did it to make the box. Youch! I think we could all do without your guesses, detective. Stick to what little you actually know. So sorry. Suffice it to say, the box is really heavy. Much better. You may continue on, detective. According to the autopsy report, the murder weapon was a blunt object, correct? You've done your homework, pal. And you haven't found this murder weapon, have you? The police is searching for it as we speak. My theory is that it's something the perpetrator ran off with. You would think so, especially since you didn't find it on the scene. No, I bet he made it disappear with magic. Oh, there wasn't much that we could go after Gumshoe with this time. He gave us the facts as he saw them, but there's gotta be more to this. I didn't see anything, but that's why you're the lawyer and I'm the medium. Great, thanks for being not helpful at all. Alright. So, part of me wants to say, under his left foot there is, I suppose it could be him stumbling, but it seems like there is an additional footprint here between his steps and where he fell. Y'all see that? It seems like there's an additional step there. I don't know, man. I feel like it's this first line that I need to do something with. Because that was the line that, that Phoenix was like, I need to check the court record. This is probably not right. Nope, it's not. Okay. Can you help me by telling me, like, what line I need to present evidence? I shall save the game. Yeah, I just need to know, like, what line has evidence. There's a line you can press further? Did I not I pressed all the lines, didn't I? I mean, I have 2 other questions I can ask about the box. You said the box was locked. How exactly was it locked? Well, it had quite a sturdy lock on it. It took quite a bit to open that bad boy up. So when you found the box, it was locked, correct? Yes, it was. Some of the forensics team took it back to the precinct to crack it open. I see, continued Detective Gumshoe. I want to ask about the contents. Do you mind telling us what was inside that box? Well, when we found the box, it was locked tighter than Fort Knox. So we took it back to the station and cracked it open. All that was inside was this little bottle. Okay. Bottle? What is that, Detective? Exactly what it looks like, Your Honor. It's a condiment bottle. What's inside the bottle? It's filled with pepper. Pepper? Why in the world was it locked in that big box? There was only one little bottle in that huge box? I wonder if that has some sort of special meaning. Well, I think we have a good feel for the details of the event now. I guess that's all we're gonna get out of Gumshoe in this case. You mean all we're gonna get out of him is that little bottle of pepper? Now that we have wrapped up with the detective, I'd like to call my next witness. I'm not even off the stand yet. Obviously, but that's due to you being slow and unable to take a hint. I don't know, but wrapped up has such a mean sound to it. I'm a sensitive guy. I love Detective Gumshoe. Thank you very much, Detective Gumshoe. You may step down. Miss Von Karma, call your next witness. I would like to call Mr. Benjamin Woodman to the stand. She must be talking about Ben the ventriloquist. I wonder if Trilo will show up on the stand as well. Please state your name and occupation for the record. Hey, Noelle, how's it going? How are you? Good to see you. Guys, that's an IRL friend of mine. How's it going, man? Oh, gosh. I don't remember what voice I gave to Trilo. My full name is Trilo Quist. I'm employed as an operatic tenor. Excuse me? The witness called to the stand was one Mr. Benjamin Woodman, ventriloquist? That road must be cutting off your circulation. I said I was a singer. Maybe you don't believe me. Fine, I'll grace you with a song. Me. Just make Trilo as... Just make Trilo as annoying as possible because he's a potato. Okay. The world of the law! Exciting and daring. Guilt or innocence. Decided by a judge dressed up like a woman. Well, what do you think? It had a good rhythm. It's just the lyrics. They leave something to be desired, so to speak. My chatbot Max is like doing weird things. Trilo, you know better than to insult a judge. Shut up! Just look at your nose. You would think you have the sense to fix it. It's so ugly, I want to punch you in the face on the off chance swelling would help. Is it saying I'm screaming? No, it's like sometimes the emotes are like all just like a weird text string, which is very odd. You know that your nose is the reason you'll never be an A-list star. Celebrities must really enjoy saying everything that flashes into their minds. What's going on here? Order, order. I demand to know who the witness is. Don't worry about me, sir. I'll let Trilo handle this. I'm not worried about you one bit. I'm worried about getting testimony. Ouch! You won't get anywhere trying to figure out this witness. Now let's proceed. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Susan. I hope you feel better soon. What you witnessed, okay. Once practice was over, I left the tent with the stooge, I mean clown. Yeah, my, Joy-Con has low battery, but my other Joy-Cons are, like, completely dead, so. Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went back to the plaza's entrance. That's when I saw Max heading toward the scene of the crime. He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer? I think it's this dude. I think it's this dude, and I think he is delulu about his puppet, and he's gonna try to, like, he's trying to frame Max, and he's being aggressive with the puppet because this man is delulu, and he wants to marry Regina, but Regina and Max love each other, or whatever that story is. I don't really remember. So I think he's the killer, and I think he's... yeah. Delulu is not the Salulu, okay? Then the police showed up and took Magic Boy away. You're probably right, Storm. That's a moment that would scare off people working interviews, yeah. You saw Maximilian Galactica heading toward the scene, you sure of that? Without a doubt, he had on his silk hat, cloak, and the dumb white roses on his chest. I don't have a quote bot, I'm sorry. It couldn't handle the smugness, yeah. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high? That's enough. I think we all get the picture. Just one thing. You said you ditched the clown. That's right, dress boy. Well, since you weren't with him, couldn't that mean the clown committed the crime? He's got a point. What a shame. It was a nice theory, but the clown can't be the culprit. Why's that? He has absolute proof. A silk hat? This was found at the scene of the crime. It belongs to the defendant. Without question, he was wearing his signature hat during practice. See, it would have been so easy for Ben to just dress up in Max's stuff while Max was in the office and go kill the dude. He probably went to ask... Wait. It's Regina's dad who died, right? So I bet Regina's dad was like, no, I don't... Or like, was like, yeah, Max, you can totally marry Regina. That's cool. And Ben was like, no, I want to marry Regina. And I'm mad that her dad approved of Max and not of me, so I'll show him. And then, like, clobbered him, you know? You know? If the clown was the murderer, there'd be no reason for this hat to be at the scene. Well done, Miss Von Carver. Your prosecutorial skills are unrivaled. Well done. Thank you for stating the obvious. Mr. Phoenix Wright, what do you have to say? Okay, I guess she's the boss again today. Rebecca! The clown. You're talking about Mo? Of course I'm talking about that old fart. He's so pathetic. I can't stand him. Just a little bit of exercise and his makeup is running all over the place. Once practice was over, he was 9/10 of the way to keel it over for good. HS. I'm a truth seeker, Regina. Your dad is kissable soft man. Trilo probably about Regina's dad. Probably. Poor guy. We didn't have any choice, so Ben took him out. Ben took him back to his room. Well, hang on a second. Hang on a second. If Ben took Mo back to his room, Trilo can't have witnessed Max walking to the scene of the crime because he's a puppet. He must be with Ben to witness things. The Delulu is so high. Trilo, keep your splintery lips off of my papa. Regina, probably, yeah. When it comes to being a first place loser, that guy's ahead of the pack. Then what happened? Why the plaza's entrance? To do some thinking, of course. It was awfully cold out that night, especially with all the snow around. Wouldn't thinking in your nice warm lodging house have been a better idea? Mr. Phoenix Wright, I think you should leave the thinking to the witness. But I'm a good thunker. At least my teachers always said I was. Are you sure it was really Max Galactica? Of course I'm sure. How could you mistake someone wearing a snobby three-piece getup? Snobby three-piece getup? Get the wax out of your ears, lawyers nowadays. You're like talking to a brick wall. Max's three-piece getup. Jeez, could you be any more dense altogether now? Silk, hat, cloak, white roses. Thank you. Nick, I think you should put a little bit more effort into preparing your questions. You saw Max and only Max, right, Trilo? That's right, and that makes him the killer. There was only one person headed that way that night. There's more to this story than meets the eye. Wait a second. There's no proof that the witness saw Maximilian Galactica. Hey, you still don't get it, do ya? I saw what I saw. It was Max's three-piece joke of a costume. All right, let's say it all together now. Silk, hat, cloak, white roses. Thank you. I think you should study up on your celebrities, Mr. Wright. No, that's not what I meant. We're going back. That's a bit strange, don't you think? What's strange? That you only saw Max. Doesn't it seem like you should have seen someone else as well? Like the victim? Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Who else do you suppose this witness could have seen? Do I say Ben or do I say Russell? I'm gonna go with my gut. That's the victim. That's correct. If Trilo was at the entrance to the plaza, he should have seen the ringmaster as well. Obviously, the ringmaster arrived at the scene of the crime before the witness could have seen him. Anyone with sense could have figured that one out. What are you talking about? The ringmaster and Max went together to the ringmaster's room. Is that according to the defendant? A likely story. If Maximilian Galactica was supposed to be in the ringmaster's room, why was he, just as the witness stated, at the scene of the crime? I see. It seems that at this stage I have no reason to doubt the witness's testimony. And there are clearly no conclusive contradictions. He's right. A brilliant judgment, Your Honor. Now let's move along with the testimony. Charlie wouldn't happen to have an ulterior motive for incriminating Max, would he? Well, Max is part of that bitter love triangle with Regina. Which is probably why Max conked him over the head. Nick, wasn't Ben the one who got knocked over the head? Yeah, I think so. I don't know anymore. Around what time did the police arrive at the scene? I suppose that would have been around... Hey, what time was it? I think it was around... I'd say a bit after 10:30 p.m., I think. Practice ended at 10, so you hung around the lodging house the entire time? I guess that sounds about right. Wasn't it awfully cold? I can't believe you'd just stand outside in that weather. Well, the truth is... Will you shut up, you big-nosed dope? Why are you telling him anything extra? Why can't you believe that we'd just stand outside in that weather? Well, maybe you were waiting for someone. What? Who said we were waiting for someone? Mr. Phoenix Wright, we can all do without your offhanded theories. But this witness, he's cracking under the pressure already. I'm onto something. Mr. Wright? Who do you suppose the witness was waiting for out in the cold that night? Regina, I'm assuming. Well, if he was waiting outside in the cold, it was for one person. And one person only. He was waiting for the animal tamer, Regina. What? You were waiting outside for Regina to come back to the lodging house. Am I mistaken? Is this true? Well, you can't really ask me that question. Who cares who I was waiting for that night? What's important is what I saw. Don't you forget it. Well, well, well. The puppet may be a bit stiff, but he's right. All right. There's obviously a reason why this witness was there that night. He spent all that time waiting for Regina to arrive. Moreover, even if someone else would have walked right in front of him, I doubt he would have paid them a second thought. Ah! That makes perfect sense. What did you just say? The witness saw the defendant at the scene of the crime. However, he did not see the victim on the way to his eventual demise. If you accept that, then you must accept that there is a high likelihood that he could have missed someone. Ow! There is absolutely no proof that the witness was waiting for the animal tamer. I guess you got me. All right. I'll spill the beans for real this time. It's true. I was waiting for Regina. Pain. Don't fall into your things. Mr. Quist, tell us the truth this time, and I mean the whole truth. Were you or were you not waiting for Regina at the entrance to the lodging house? I was. I was waiting to propose to her. You were what? Waiting to propose? What's the matter? You think that humans have a monopoly on marriage? Actually, in fact, I do. The matter of puppet marriage is not under review in this case. You're the judge. I mean, look at your horrible outfit. More pain. Thanks to your bumbling, my perfect plan is not so perfect anymore. Now we have to waste time getting to the bottom of some silly proposal by a puppet? Don't be so surprised that I was going to propose to Regina. I even had something to give to her. I kept it in my pocket, waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her. Of course, I also had it in my pocket that night. It was a present for her. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket. Do you really? You are going to propose. You, a puppet. Don't be so obtuse. Just because I'm a puppet doesn't mean I can't love. I guess you're right. Just because I'm old doesn't mean I couldn't propose to her too. What? Exactly. His honor is looking a little less than honorable right now. Okay, Mr. Wright, please continue with your cross-examination. What was with that sigh at the end? By proposal, you mean proposing marriage, correct, to Regina? Of course that's what I meant. What kind of stupid question is that? I wasn't gonna propose that we become some sort of outlaw biker gang together. Right, Ben? Yeah. Got it, that's the truth. What was it exactly that you planned on giving her? You know exactly what I was gonna give her, numbskull. The only thing I could find that could match Regina's beauty. Answer his question. What was it? You're gonna die when you hear this. It's an engagement ring. An engagement ring? Wow, those two nearly fell out of their chairs. Mr. Phoenix Wright's joke has gone too far. Time for this to end right here. Francesca's whip looks like it's about to lash out at almost anything. One hit from that thing will probably shut someone up for a long time. It may be something of a joke, but this is a historic moment. The first time that Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I advise you to cut this argument short. A diamond-shaped stone cut from glass. Even more brilliant than the real thing. I think Regina's gonna love it. Whose pocket was the ring in? Mine, of course! What a stupid question! You've gotta be kidding me. You think Ben could pull that off? I'm sorry, really. You don't have to apologize for that. He's the one who should be apologizing. Really? So you went to the lodging house to give it to her? That's right. I tried to give it to her during practice so many times I lost count, but that uppity snob kept getting in the way. Uppity snob? He couldn't possibly be talking about me, Maximilian Galactica. When I get a hold of him, I'm gonna saw his wood block in half and not with magic. Well, they always say love creates rivalries. So what about this present? So you're still thinking of trying to give it to Regina? I thought I had the ring. Of course I am. I spent 3 months' salary on this thing. I'm not going to give it up that easily. I wonder how much he receives for appearing in the circus. Probably way more than he deserves. How about it, Nick? I think it's about time to unwrap this toy's testimony. That's the spirit, Nick. Give him heck. A cheap ring. 3 months salary for that? Do I have to present the ring? And if so, what line do I present it on? He said he spent 3 months' salary on it, but It's a cheap ring. The last one. Okay. Thank you. Trilo, do you mind if I show you something? What is it? What are you talking about? Uh-oh. Looks like they're gonna double team me now. Do you recognize this ring? Ah! That's mine! Give it back, thief! Thief! Didn't you just testify about this very object? I believe you said in the end I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket. Why then do I have it right here? Ah! What is going on here? That's... Ben, say something! Don't put me on the spot like that, Trilo. I found this in Money's room. Money's room? You mean a room they put money, like a bank vault? Ha! That filthy monkey's gonna get what's coming to him. Mr. Quist, I would prefer if you avoided slandering innocent fiats in my court. Well, Your Honor, Money really is a monkey in every sense of the word. Ah, I see. Well then. Money likes to go after the shiniest things that he can find and gather them up. Shiny things? Trilo, when was this ring stolen from you? Well, I suppose it was that time, you know, that night, the night of the crime. What did you just say? I don't know why I just gave her an English accent. Details. I need more details. Well, it was stolen right after Max showed up in the plaza. Right about when you saw the defendant walk past, correct? Well, I guess you might, be able to say that. The ring might have, well, it could have been taken around that time. Yow! Oh! Ben, what's with you? Oh, whatever. It has nothing to do with anything, especially not who committed the murder. It's not for you to decide what has to do with what. Now, Trilo, back to the topic at hand. I haven't admitted a thing, not I, Mr. Trilo Quist. What did you do when the ring was taken, Trilo? You know exactly what I did. I chased after that ring snatching monkey Money. But you weren't able to catch up with him, were you? Hi, Nicole. It's all this slow loafy fool called Ben's fault. While he was fumbling his way through the snow, that dumb monkey was able to get away. That is indeed an incredible shame. Well, this does indeed prove one very important point. Prove an important point. What point could that possibly be? There is a huge contradiction in this witness's testimony. Contradiction? The witness just testified to the following effect. Up until the police arrived, he didn't move from the entrance to the plaza. However, the witness just stated that he chased after Money the monkey. When the witness was off chasing Money, there was no one watching the plaza. What is the meaning of all this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Where are you going with this little theory of yours? I'm saying that there is no possible way that this witness saw the plaza the entire time. That's where I'm going with this little theory, which leads me to my next point. It is entirely possible that someone other than the defendant was at the scene. Interesting, Mr. Wright. Well then tell me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Do you have any proof that something slipped past this vigilant ventriloquist? Well, he obviously didn't see the victim, the ringmaster, arrive on the scene. However, that doesn't change the fact that he saw the defendant arrive. The witness is lying. He is blinded by his rivalry with Max. Well, the defense's argument does hold water. The witness does have a history of animosity toward the defendant. What? How dare you? I wouldn't lie just to get that dork face in trouble. He's not even worth it. I saw him, no doubt about it. I saw that worthless liar. Well, just for clarity's sake, let's flesh out exactly who you saw on that night. I've told you so many times, you'd think you'd know my story's not changing. You've already changed your story, Stick Boy, and I'm sure it'll change some more. Where there is one lie, there are usually many more behind it. Exactly, Maya. That's why we have to keep after him. Yeah. I'll I'll give you that I was waiting that night for Regina. But that doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. He showed up after I'd been waiting there for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence. I'm absolutely sure it was him. I saw Maximilian Galactica at the scene. There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. I bet he didn't acknowledge him because if he had spoken, or the person had spoken, it probably wasn't Max. I mean, it's obvious that Max is... I genuinely don't think Max... I mean, it'd be a crazy plot twist if Max really was the killer, but I think that somebody's obviously framing Max by dressing up as him. So if that person had spoken, they would have given themselves away. So that means that Money didn't show up until after you saw Max? That's right. Money ran up less than a minute after I saw Max. Then Money snatched the ring and you went chasing after him. How long was it until you came back to where you were waiting? Well, let's see. I'd say about, I suppose, 5 minutes, I think. So the victim could have arrived on the scene in that 5-minute stretch. Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination. You were only concerned with waiting for Regina that night? That means you probably wouldn't have noticed if someone else showed up. You should think about how many eyes I actually have. I got 4, you know. 4. F-O-U-R, counting Ben, of course. With that many eyes, do you really think something would have slipped by me? 4 eyes is an awful lot of attention directed at one area, I suppose. Yikes, the judge is even more dangerous to our case than Trilo. Why? The Delulu is not the Salulu. So you saw Max coming out of the big top that night. Of course that's where I saw him coming from. I was staring at the entrance to the tent the entire time. Were you staring at the entrance of the tent or were you looking at the plaza? This is another contradiction. Can we get a Delulu as a sound effect? I guess that makes sense, especially since he was waiting for Regina. But that's not what he said before. You showed up after I'd been waiting there about 5 minutes. About what time would you say these events took place? You're one of the dumbest people on the planet if you can't figure it out yourself. You already know the practice finished promptly at 10. And you already know that I went to the lodging house right after practice. You don't need to be a brain surgeon to know around what time it was when I saw him. Just add 10 more minutes. I'm sure you can do it. Now, what time was it? Indeed, what time was it? What time was it? Let me think about that for a second. Cow, I'm no good at... It was 10:10 p.m. Yes, this sounds about right. Sounds about right because that's the time I saw Max on the scene. Okay, well, hang on. Hang on. So if so-and-so died at 10:15 and they saw Max at 10:10 and then immediately, about a minute later, left because of Money the Monkey, and then a murder happens at 10:15 and they get back 5 minutes after, a minute after they saw Max, that'd be 10:16 that you arrived back on the scene. So, like, okay. I said good evening to him and he didn't even acknowledge. Okay. So you testified that you said good evening to Max that night. You must enjoy asking incredibly obvious questions. You say good morning in the morning and good afternoon during the day, right? And it's obvious that I'd say good night to someone at night. What, Ben? You've got something to add? Let me guess, that's not it, Trilo. You said good evening at night. I'm sorry, Trilo. Mr. Quist, I'd prefer if you kept your ventriloquist act outside of the courtroom. Impossible! A performer lives and breathes his performances. You should know better. There's gotta be something wrong with this bit of testimony. I hate to say it, but Ben's part of your little act is coming off a bit stale. No, that's not what I should have said, huh? Maya, you didn't have to join in, did you? But it's fun shouting out with everyone else. There has to be a hole in his testimony. Do we have the proof to make something stick? Alright, hang on. Isn't that a bit strange to you? What do you mean? Well, if you hate Max so much, why would you bother being nice to him? It strikes me as somewhat strange. Why would it strike you as strange? Exactly. How is it strange to be cordial to one of your co-workers? Well, if it was simply just being cordial to a coworker, I would understand. Ow, that hurt. Maybe you should think of having some proof before your lips start flapping next time. Proof is everything in this world. You should have learned that back in grade school. There's no reason that Charlo would ever say something nice to Max, but how do I go about proving that with the evidence? Bluffing is everything in this world, but I'm sure you already learned that one. Okay, so is my theory about the time what I should be focusing on? Is that the thing? I'd say no. Okay. Oh, gosh. I'm so confused. I need a hint. I'm sorry I keep asking for so much tonight. I'm just not able to remember and piece things together the way I want to. Hi, Rachel. How's it going? It's lovely to see you. Yeah, I think I just need a hint. There was something that you found that proved a fight. This one. So this line where we talked about being cordial, is that the line I present that on? Okay. Thank you for your help. That's also so vague. Trilo, is it not true that you've had a fight with Max on the day of the murder? A fight? A fight over Regina, to be exact? It wasn't that big of a deal. It's just an argument, a disagreement at most. A disagreement usually doesn't end with someone getting clonked over the head. Ah! That morning, Ben got clobbered over the head by Max, didn't he? What? Is that an admission of assault and battery? Ouch. Before we handle that, we should wrap up the defendant's murder charge first. The truth is that on the day of the crime, the defendant and witness had a huge fight. There was absolutely no way they would have suddenly become cordial that evening. Moreover, just consider the personality of the witness on stand. There was no way a puppet this lewd would just up and say good evening to his rival. Ah! Are you saying this witness is lying? That he's trying to frame the defendant by claiming I've seen him at a crime scene? I didn't tell a single lie, honestly, I just... That's enough from you, Mr. Quist? Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Let's clarify this testimony for the court. Could you explain your theory about who the witness actually saw that night? It is my belief that the witness did indeed see someone that night. It was just someone else. That's who he said good evening to. What kind of theory is that? The correct one. Furthermore, I don't believe the person the witness saw was Max at all. What? If he had truly met Max that night, there would have been no greeting at all, which means there was only one proper answer. The person the witness saw that night was not Maximilian Galactica. That is why Trilo made the effort to greet whoever it was that he saw that evening. Some of the ways people got in Danganronpa were ridiculous, and getting to the conclusion was awful. Yeah. Or good evening, as he put it. What in the world? Would the defense kindly explain who it was Trilo saw that evening then? Okay. I don't think it was Mo. I kind of feel like it was Ben. Oh, that's okay if you don't pay full attention. I just appreciate you being here. It wasn't Maya. It wasn't Detective Gumshoe. It wouldn't have been Francisca or Regina or Mo. And then Russell was the... Was that wrong? This is the person that this witness felt the need to greet that night. Gosh dang it. I'm so confused. Oh. The only other options are these three. And would Regina kill her own father? Remember what Max said. So then he saw Russell. You are correct, it was indeed Russell Berry. The person you saw that evening was the victim, the ringmaster Russell Berry. That's why you greeted him, Trilo, isn't that correct? Answer the question, Mr. Quist. Wait a second. Well, at first I thought it was the old man. But once I got a better look at him, it was obviously Maximilian Galactica. I think it is high time that we clear the air about this question. Mr. Quist obviously witnessed a single person in the area of the plaza that evening. The problem is identifying exactly who that person was. Was it Maximilian Galactica? Or was it the ringmaster one, Mr. Russell Berry? The prosecution argues that it was the defendant that was the witness saw that night. The witness has clearly stated he saw the defendant's 3 symbols. 3 symbols. Alright, this is getting old. Come on, man. You gotta remember them by now. Here we go again. Everyone, all together now. Ow! Yes, yes, we know. The silk hat. The silk hat, cloak, and white roses. A silk hat and a cloak. Anyone could wear them. They'd even look good on me. What was that? Well, the witness has endlessly repeated that he saw Max's 3 symbols. However, how do we know that it was Maximilian Galactica? It could have been someone else dressed up as him. Possibly even Russell Berry. What? I know, I'm getting the voices so confused. I'm sorry. Miss Von Karma? Do you have clear evidence that the person who the witness saw was the defendant? Well, If that's the case, then it is impossible for me to make a judgment at this point. Yes, I think we finally won a point in this one. That is very unfortunate. Huh? You're just a little too excited for your own good, Mr. Phoenix, Wright? What do you mean by that? You merely established one thing from this witness. You established that this witness saw one person in the plaza that night. I applaud you on your effort, but... But? Who that person was can only be answered by the next witness. Huh? Your Honor, the prosecution will provide beyond a shadow of a doubt an answer to that question and evidence that clearly establishes one thing. That there is no one other than Maximilian Galactica responsible for this crime. Very well. The court will take a 10-minute recess. During that time, I request the prosecution prepare their next witness. Court is now in recess. Okay. What can she pull out of her pocket in 10 minutes? Pardon me. I want to get an ice cream cone, but it's difficult to read and eat ice cream at the same time. December 29th, 11:54 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. Sweetie, you have to believe me. I didn't go anywhere near that crime scene. So then, where were you when the murder took place? We talked about it yesterday, remember? I was in the ringmaster's room. And while you were there, it was the ringmaster who left the room. Oh, that's Phoenix talking. And while you were there, it was the ringmaster who left the room, right? Exactly. He told me to wait in the room because he would be right back. That's when the ringmaster headed to the scene of the crime, right? That's what it seems like. But the ringmaster must have been wearing Max's costume, right? Oh, sweetie, I just remembered. I went straight to the ringmaster's room, still dressed in my stage clothes. But when I got there, I went ahead and took the costume off. Which means? It means that the ringmaster could have taken his costume and went out looking like Max. If they were near the crime scene, cards would be littered everywhere. Fabulous! That's a fabulously possible possibility. Well done, Nick. However, sweetie, why would the ringmaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange? If you think about it, all they found at the crime scene was my silk hat. What about my cloak? Where did that go? Double, Wow, Max, I never thought of that. You should be a detective or something. Well, I was never quite sure what I want to be when I grew up. Magician or president? He is the most ridiculous character. Like, I like him, but he's just a little much. You have no idea how hard it was to make a decision. That's really cool. Fabulous. This mystery just keeps getting deeper. December 29th, 12:06 p.m., District Court, Courtroom number 2. There are more Delulus out there just waiting to be found. Now that everyone is back, let's get started. The court is now back in session. Miss Von Karma, please proceed with the prosecution's case. Very well, I will now call my next witness. A pitiful clown with the unfortunate distinction of having seen the entire thing. Will Mr. Mr. Lawrence Corals, please take the stand. Why did she just call him a pitiful clown? But, Trilo said he and Ben walked Mo back to his room, did he not? Was that not part of the whole ordeal? Was that he walked Mo to the... He said he left... He said he left the big top with Mo. And he walked Mo to his room, and then he went back and he waited for Regina. That was what he said. That's what he said. I remember that part. The witness will state his name and occupation for the court record. I don't remember what I did for his voice either. In West Philadelphia, born in... Name and occupation. Hi, Cybertech. How are you? Will the witness please inform the court why he is speaking autobiographical gibberish? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just not used to being in court. I've never been in a courtroom in my life. I wasn't quite sure what joke is best suited to this sort of occasion. What in the world are you talking about? You're in a grand hall of justice, not some comedy club. Since it's easy to see your occupation, please state your name for the court. Oh yeah, maybe this joke is okay. Mom, do I have to wear pants? The sign only says no shirt, no shoes, no service. Ha 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 ha. Okay, how about this? Have you met my proctologist, Dr. Seymour Butts? Okay. How was that one? But a couple of clowns who were up to no good. Your name? Lawrence Corals, professional funny man, also known as Mo the Clown. You witnessed the scene around 10:15 p.m. the day of the murder, correct? Yes, it is. Very well, Mr. Corals, will you please testify to what you saw that evening? A rabbi, a priest, and a Rastafarian walked it without the humor, please. Okay. Aw, poor Mo can't be his normal stoogey self in court. I know. I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. I haven't been able to make people laugh for 10 years. No matter what I say, all I get in return is a vacant stare and polite applause. Since no one ever laughs at my jokes, I've taken to laughing at them myself. It's a bad habit, but hey, at least I'm trying. Imagine my predicament. I'm a clown who can't make people laugh. I'm almost useless. This is... Hello, puppy! Hi, baby! Hi! Hi, honey! Hi, honey! Hi! Hey, baby! Oh! It's Baby Blue! Hi, baby! Hi, say hi, people! Hi, people of the internet! Hi! Lovey! Lovey! She's so sweet. Look at her little sweet face. Oh, thank you. Would you come and say hi? Come and say hi. Come and say hi to me. Oh, sweet puppy. Sweet baby. Oh, baby. Hugging. What you doing? You hanging out with Mom? That could be the cutest puppy ever. I think you're probably right. You're probably right. She's a good girl. You ready to go back? Okay, go see Mom. Go get her. No, don't eat the carpet. Don't eat my shoes, no. She's not gonna eat it. She's just sniffing it. Sorry. We interrupt this program for blue time. That is smaller than my child. Yeah. Okay. But I keep trying. I even tried to come up with jokes just for today. But this atmosphere is very nerve-wracking. I decided to try making everyone laugh. Seriously, everyone, what do you think of me? How am I doing? That's not a testimony. Aren't we the ones supposed to be asking the questions here? Witness. Huh? We will listen to your call for help after the court proceedings are over. Thus, please stick to the facts of this case. Really? You'll really hear me out? Well, I'll make sure that one of my staff will be your straight man later. Thank you. Thank you. I can't wait. I want to warn you, you get penalized during the testimony. Okay. Poor Gumshoe. Now that that's settled, shall we begin once again with the testimony? Of course we can. I'll talk for as long as you want. Okay, so let me save. Blue wanted to play Phoenix Wright, I know. Isn't she sweet? Y'all. The night of the murder, after practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. It was the ringmaster, and he was with Max, who was wearing his cloak. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. That's very interesting. If this eyewitness account is to be believed, I have enough to pass judgment right now. Of course he can. There's no way that this account can be criticized. However, the witness is a bit, how do you say, off-kilter. It disturbs me that his hat and clothing mouths change according to his mood. I know, isn't that creepy? Almost like he has some sort of atmosphere of guilt surrounding him. That must be because of my insincere smile. Mr. Wright, please begin the defense's cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, you've got to find some kind of contradiction in his testimony. I know that. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, I'm afraid that if you push this witness too far, it would bring disaster upon the court. Oh, flip. I understand, Your Honor. Crud. So just pressing certain things can get me penalized? Oh, dang. Okay, hang on. I want to find out if so-and-so walked him to his room. No, I appreciate the warning, Christy. Far away, you say? If you had to say exactly, how far away were they? Let me think about that for a second. If my room's here, and they looked about yay big, I'd say they were about 30 feet from my window. Just 30 feet. That's not far at all. It was snowing that night, and it cut down on visibility. I see. Please continue with your testimony regarding the two shadows. You'd say you clearly saw this, even though you were, by your own admission, far away. That's right. I had been thinking about it over and over since that night, but things didn't really make sense until I spoke with the prosecutor, Miss Von Karma. But now I'm 100% certain that it was Max and the ringmaster that I saw that night. I'm not gonna lie, but when I got to this part the first time, I wanted to throw my DS across the room. Great. Just think about it. How could I be wrong if Max is always wearing his uppity symbols? Uppity symbols. Lawyers nowadays, do you even have to go to school anymore to be one? All right, everyone knows what to do. All together now. Say it with Uncle Mo. See what I mean? It's always like this. The crowd never wants to go along with me. I must really be utterly and completely worthless as a clown. Enough foolishness. Get back on track. You say you saw the ringmaster get clonked over the head? Yes, I did. It's the climax of my story. He really does enjoy the completely random non sequitur. Well, what would you say the victim was struck with? You mean the weapon? I have no idea. A weapon wasn't found at the murder scene, right? That's not what I meant. You did say you did see everything, didn't you? Well, yeah, I suppose I did. Wait, no, I didn't. I didn't see a weapon. Mo, did you or did you not see the crime of murder committed that night?
Objection!
I will not permit you to harass my witness in this manner. You better have an excellent reason for attacking this poor clown. Because if you don't... Oh, flip. Yeah, she barked. I mean, his testimony seems confusing to me. He says that he says that they were far away and it was snowing, which cut on visibility, but he could see everything 100% clearly. So, like, which is it? So, I feel like the answer is I do have a clear basis, but I don't want to lose 5 health bars. Oh no. Okay, phew. I don't remember what. Don't remember what he said yesterday. Blue was trying to tell us the answer, yeah. Oh man, I don't even know. Do I need to present something to him? Or am I just not pressing on the right statements? Press. So the answer is to press. I wish I remembered what he told me yesterday. Okay, when we spoke yesterday, Once I tucked myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. It sounded like a giant thump. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You forgot? Your Honor, the witness looked out of his window upon hearing a loud sound. He did not simply glance out of his window that night. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention that thump, didn't I? That's not something you just forget to mention. Yeah, what she said. I believe it would be best if Mo were to revise his testimony. Aw, flip. Alright, I'm saving for the final time, and then if I do any more mess-ups, I'm just gonna load. So he heard a thump, and then he saw a thump? I'm so confused. So, there was 2 thumps? But now I'm afraid to press this because... I feel like I should press this now that I... I'm gonna get penalized, though. Okay. He heard the sound like a thump of someone getting hit. However, Mo just stated under oath, I kept watching them and all of a sudden Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. If Mo is to be believed when he says he looked out the window upon hearing a sound, there is no way that he could have seen Max clonk anyone. In 1972, a crackdown unit... Mr. Curls, how do you respond to Mr. Wright's assessment? They didn't commit. These clowns probably escaped from a maximum security clown car. Mr. Curls, are you reciting the C-Team theme to anger this court? No, I'm just stalling for time while I jog my memory. Great job, Nick. These types of witnesses always seem to have a selective memory. You just have to peel back the layers of the clown makeup to find the truth. Well, you're back from your jog. Well, it pretty much happened the way I said. Pretty much. When I looked out my window that night, the ringmaster was already face down in the snow. The prosecution helped me fill in the gaps of my statement. Of course she did. Von Karma. Tampering with witnesses again. So now you are saying that you did not see the defendant clonk the ringmaster? Yes. When I looked out my window, the ringmaster had already checked out. Checked out? Yep, he was on permanent vacation, as they say. Mr. Curls, Your Honor, you did not witness the actual crime, however, you still say you saw the criminal, correct? Yes, exactly. The ringmaster was slumped over and I saw someone's silhouette next to him. Very well, then please testify to this silhouette you saw. I expect the truth. And even if I catch a hint, if I even catch a hint of a joke from you, I will put you in a holding cell until you learn court etiquette. Got it? Got it. The shadow could have only belonged to Max. There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. His silk hat, that black cloak, they were all there. Wait, his cloak is not black? His cloak is not black. It's purple and red. His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt that it was him. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying. Does seem as if the defendant was at the scene of the crime. It took the clown long enough to get his facts straight, but whatever. This should finally be good enough, yes? It is decisive testimony. Was Max really at the crime scene that night? He said he wasn't there. He would have to believe in that. It's purple! It's not black! It's purple! Alright, Mr. Wright, commence your cross-examination. So, am I on the right track, friends? Coco / Christy / HS and others who have played this. Am I on the right track there? That's a contradiction, right? Can I present the poster? Yes. You say you saw all of Max's uppity symbols? I suppose so, with the silk hat and the cloak, right? Mo, everyone knows that Maximilian Galactica has 3 uppity symbols. 3 symbols? Yay, everyone get ready, all together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses! What the? Who cares if he knew that there were 3 or not? He saw what he saw, and he saw the symbols. He just forgot to mention one. Isn't that right, Mo? Do you like pie? I love pie. 3.14159. Silence, fool. You are to respond with the whole truth, no fractions. Order, order. Mo, you didn't see the roses, did you? To be honest, there weren't any roses on the person I saw. Objection! The crime scene was dark. It's obvious it was too dark to see that kind of detail. Objection! But the witness said he was able to see the silhouette of the criminal's face. Not to mention that the roses are white. There's no way he could have missed them. Objection! Then the roses must have fallen off when the defendant assaulted the victim. If that was the case, then the police would have found them at the crime scene. Mr. Wright, are these white roses truly material to the facts of this case? Clearly not. He's just toying with the court. I got her on the ropes now. These seemingly insignificant facts have never failed to lead me to the truth yet. Someone is toying with the court, but it's not me. Your Honor, do you recall Trilo's testimony? There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. How can you mistake someone with that crazy get-up and his nose stuck up so high? How could you mistake someone wearing such a snobby 3-piece get-up? Trilo saw them all. Trilo saw all 3 of Max's symbols. However, this witness claims there were no white roses on the person he saw. There is absolutely no doubt that this is a contradiction. Now what am I supposed to think? One is supposed to disregard the pointless, but this... Judge, forget the roses. Think about his other testimony. The witness has stated without a doubt that he saw Maximilian Galactica. Nothing else matters. Let's wrap this case up now. Your Honor, it may be trivial, but it does cast doubt on the prosecution's case. Frankly, I have my doubts about this witness. It seems that unlike wine, the witness has not grown more mature with age. I'm not mature. I've come to a conclusion. I'm 99% certain that this witness saw the defendant. However, my remaining 1% of doubt is quite reasonable, which means that for my peace of mind, I'm going to request a bit more testimony. What? If there are no contradictions in his next statement, I am prepared to issue a ruling. A ruling? Nick, this is your last chance. There's no doubt in my mind, there were no white roses that night. However, all of the other symbols were there, I'm equally sure of that. Especially the silk hat. There's no way I could forget seeing the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time he was on the scene. Mr. Wright, you've got one last chance at this. Just one chance? I will not allow even the slightest hint of badgering against this witness. If you are going to prove to me that there's a contradiction with Mr. Kroll's statement, you'd better have at least a shred of evidence to back up your accusations. Only got a single shot at this. Oh, there's a typo here. A single shot as this. At this. Got to be careful. I understand, Your Honor. One chance is all I will need. Okay. I still think that despite the white roses, he said the cloak was black. And he does not have a black cloak. He has a purple cloak. I feel like I need to still present this again. I feel like I need to still present that poster again on this line. How's my brain? Am I on the right track here? He may have had the hat, but if the cloak was black, that's only one of the three symbols that Mo saw. I don't think it's the cloak here. Okay. No. Shoot. Okay. I don't really see the significance of the hat. Or how that could be evidence against him. Yes, I know that Max's hat was found at the crime scene, but Mo is saying that he saw the hat. So I don't know how presenting the hat would be catching him in a contradiction. That doesn't make sense to me. I don't really remember this case because I kind of hated it. It's the three symbols that tells us it's definitely this person and only this person. Two of the three are wrong. Well, details and symbols aren't important. What? I either need help understanding the logic, or I just need another hint. This one and Recipe for Turnabout are a no from me, dog. I'm getting sleepy too. Yeah, I either need more help understanding the logic, or I just need another hint. Pressing? Oh. You mean like the fact that the hat is not in this photo? I just assumed that the photo was zoomed in really close and that there was more stuff outside of the zoom in. Oh no, I got it wrong, didn't I? Shoot. Alright, we're reloading. Am I just dumb? Okay, this wouldn't happen to be the silk hat you saw that night, would it? Yep, that's it. That's the hat he was wearing that night. So I don't okay, the logic is what's confusing me, because I was told my goal here is to present evidence that proves that Mo is saying a contradiction. So how is presenting evidence that confirms Mo's testimony, how is that finding his contradiction? That's why I'm so, like, the logic doesn't make any sense. No question in your mind. Exactly how would one mistake a thing like that? I see. Is there some sort of problem, Mr. Wright? Miss Von Karma? Where exactly was this silk hat found? Must you always ask these questions? It was found at the crime scene. The crime scene? Which, that means the silk hat fell off at the crime scene. However, the witness clearly testified to the contrary. The witness stated that he was wearing it the entire time he was on the scene. He said the hat was worn the whole time. He presented the hat to show that it was found at the scene, making it not worn the whole time, but yeah, convoluted. It's just so confusing to me. Order, order, order! Mr. Curls! Yes, Your Honor. What is the meaning of all of this? You are old enough to know better than to behave like this in court. Hey, that's just not right. That's so harsh. What's not right here is your eyesight and your memory, amongst other things. Why are you being so mean to me? What did I do? Let me guess, you just didn't like my jokes or something, right? You didn't have to go and insult my eyesight or my memory. They're both great. Seriously, why? Just because you're sitting above me, no matter how old I get, I'll always be younger than you. Enough of these childish outbursts, Mr. Curls. Who do you think you are? I saw him. I swear I saw him. It was Max. Even if he didn't have his robes, roses, he was still wearing his dumb silk hat. I'm telling the truth. He's turned into a bratty little kid. It's pitiful, isn't it? He left the scene wearing that dumb silk hat. He was there. He left the scene. What's the matter, Nick? There's something I've been mulling over for a while now. Mo? What do you want? You just said that he left the scene. Exactly how did the murderer leave the scene of the crime? What? He went... What do you mean, how did he leave the scene? You can't ask me that. Mr. Phoenix Wright is badgering the witness, Your Honor. This witness's testimony is so full of holes, Miss Von Karma's protest is useless. Ugh. You've got a point. Let's hear what the witness has to say on this matter. Is that all right with you, little guy? Don't talk to me like I'm a little baby. Besides, what kind of stupid question is how did he leave the crime scene? The answer's obvious. He just turned around and walked away. That's what I expected you'd say. You sure that's how it happened? Say what? Huh? I'm not sure I know exactly where you're going with this. Lawyers nowadays sure do love to harp on the smallest things. Do you have any proof to counter his story as to how the criminal left the scene? The crime scene photo? This could... I didn't save enough. Look at this picture. The problem is the footprints in the snow. Footprints? I don't know what happened. In this photo, we can clearly see the footprints of the victim. However, where are the criminal's footprints? They aren't there. So Mo, exactly how did the criminal escape this scene? Oh, it's a bot. Gotcha. Yeah, all I saw was that Heartless Shroom banned somebody, but... Your Honor, this witness has already proven that his testimony is completely unreliable. I move to strike all of this witness's testimony from the court record. I agree. This clown's testimony is as rickety as the clown car he came to court in. Wait just a second. You guys can't just ignore everything I've said. Fine, fine, I'll tell you the truth this time. You wait a second. I think you've said more than enough for today. I'm sick and tired of listening to you anyways. I'll give you the real deal this time, I swear. I don't know why, but I get the feeling things are gonna get worse before they get better. Mr. Lawrence Curls. Yes? The testimony you've provided up until now has been false? It hasn't been false. I haven't lied. It's just what? It's just I was a bit confused on the bit about the criminal leaving the scene. Especially since Von Karma and her whip told me not to talk about what I really saw. Order, order. I will have order. Franziska Von Karma, how could you? Your Honor, if you had heard the truth from this witness, you would have exactly the same opinion as I have. What opinion is that? It's not funny. That's enough out of you. I'm going to listen to what he has to say. Now then, let's hear the truth about what you say you saw, Mr. Curls. You're not gonna believe this, but it's all true, I tell you. Try not to waste our time with your idiotic drivel. Yo, I'm tired. I don't know how much more of this I can do. Now it's time for our next segment, Mo Knows. Everything that I've said up to now has been the truth. When I looked out the window, the ringmaster was down and Max was standing above him. He wasn't wearing his white roses, but he was wearing the silk hat. That's when I saw he. This is the last segment of the trial? Okay. As much as I wanna. Oh yeah, the fly part. This is the truth now. Get ready for it. He flew. He jumped up and flew through the air. He flew right off and disappeared into the darkness. That's why there were no footprints. Flying people don't leave footprints. I told you it wasn't funny. Do you believe me now? Come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me. Those are not the lyrics. What am I saying? I don't know what song that is. Well, that was, how do you put this into words? Maximilian Galacticon is a world-class magician, but to leave the scene of a crime by flying, there's no way that actually happened. You're right. Why is she right? You believe the other witnesses. Why won't you believe me, especially since it's the best part of the story? To be honest, this is the first time I've heard of a flying criminal. What do you think about this witness's testimony, Mr. Wright? Oh gosh, I don't know. It's obvious the witness's eyes are playing tricks on him. Who in the world do you think I would mistake that jerk for? Didn't say you were lying. He looks really serious right now, more serious than he's looked all day. I suppose I will let you all in on my thinking regarding this matter. The criminal disappeared into the sky. I'd love to believe that, but I just can't wrap my head around how that could actually happen. You imbecile! If you disregard a need for proof, Miss Von Karma's case is sound. However, I've got the feeling that this case is in dire need of more investigation. Thus, I will conclude today's proceedings at this point. It's an undisputed fact that the criminal left no footprints at the scene. Tomorrow, I want us to find out the reason behind this mystery of mysteries. I believe that's enough for today. Court is adjourned. Whew. I bet, Tara. Hey, sweeties, what in the world is going on? That's what I want to know. They say the criminal flew off into the air and disappeared. Max, I can't believe I'm asking this, but you didn't fly that night, did you? I know you didn't mean to ask me such a fabulously stupid question. I can't fly whenever I please. It's not that easy. But it looks so effortless for you on stage. It's not that simple. I'm not actually flying on stage. I use invisible wires and have them hoist me through the air. Wow, you just told me the secret to your magic. No, I broke the first rule, the cardinal rule, the only rule. I'm sorry, Max. We made you break a magician's creed to never reveal the secret to their tricks. Nick, what do we do now? All we can do now is hope we find the flying criminal in court tomorrow. 2.4 best case in series change my mind. Oh. It rained most of the day today. Great idea. Let's do our best and catch this sucker. Okay. All right. It's literally incredible, and the only one I think rivals it is maybe 6.5. Okay, interesting. Save your progress, yes. Okay. Okay. I did it. Whoops, wrong one. Okay. We did it. More Ace Attorney. Done. Yeah, this one is confusing. A lot of the logic does not seem to line up. I know part of this may be because it's been so long since I've played it, but yeah. It's fine. My brain is trying to understand it. 6.5 is like 12 hours. Whoosh. I'll try to stream and scream. Internet seems fine. Thanks for the stream. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. This case is just bottom 2 cases of the entire series. Okay, well. You're welcome for streaming. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you all very much. I was happy to stream in the evening. I don't normally get to stream around this time, so I was happy that I was able to include some of you guys that are, it's harder for you to catch me when I stream earlier in the day, so it's good to see you, like Riddy and Storm. Hi. That's why it's gonna be May. Okay, are you happy? Hi and bye, Oscar. I will see you guys very soon. Take care of yourselves. Much love. Bye-bye.